Hey guys, it's Jen, and I'm here with a book haul. And by book haul, I mean I hope you're ready to sit here for a while because, yeah. So I didn't really say anything because I just kept forgetting to. But I went to Bookcon this year, so that was pretty awesome and fun. However, I got so many books from it. It's just mind blowing. Like I cannot believe how many books I got from Bookcon. Um, I wasn't even trying to grab them. I spent the majority of my time sitting in lines to get signings done. So I'm actually surprised that I got as many books as I did. However, I went with two other girls, and while I was in lines, they were just grabbing books and giving them to me. So, yeah. I acquired quite a few books in the past month because of that. So before I get into the BookCon books, I'm going to show you what I got in May because I didn't do a May book haul because I only got two books. So the first book that I got was, of course, Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I've already read this, loved it, gave it 4.5 out of 5. We'll talk about that later. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details about any of the books in this haul because there's so many of them that this video is already going to be super long. So the second one that I got in the month of May is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, of course, because I absolutely love Shadowhunters books, and I took this one to BookCon because I managed to get a ticket to get books signed by Cassandra Clare, and I got this one signed by her. I got another book signed and personalized because you could only get one personalized, and that was Clockwork Angel because that is the book that started off my reading for young adults. That's like the one that got me back into reading after not reading for 6 years. So it's a special book to me. So those were the two books that I got in the month of May. So now I'm going to get on to the BookCon books. And again, I'm not going to talk about them. I'm just going to show them to you because there are so freaking many that I feel super overwhelmed and don't know what to read first. So the first book that I got at BookCon was Flame in the Mist by Renee Adia. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. I've heard different ways while I was there, so I'm really confused now. But I bought this one. It's the first book that I bought while I was there because I wanted to get it signed. So I got this book signed. Can't really see it, but it is signed, and I'm looking forward to reading that because I really loved the Wrath and the Dawn series. So I stopped by the Simon & Schuster booth, and they had some really cheap paperbacks, so I picked up P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I don't even have the first book, but, you know, whatever. And then Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch, and I haven't read either of them, obviously, but I love reading contemporary in summer, and I was running out of like contemporaries to read, so I need to pick some up. So the next book I bought was Once and For All by Sarah Dessen, which came out on Tuesday, so I actually got it early and didn't realize it. I bought this one for signing, so it's signed and personalized to me. I've already started reading this one, and I'm not very far in, but I'm getting there. I'm going to read this one, probably the majority of it tonight and tomorrow. And another one that I bought because I was getting it signed was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I got a ticket for her signing. This one is signed. And I can't wait to read it because I've loved both of the Morgan Matson books that I've read so far. So then, because I was in New York, of course, I didn't get these at BookCon, but we had to go to the Strand because I've been wanting to go to the Strand forever, and how many times am I going to get to go to New York? Probably not very often. So I picked up a couple of books there, and I saw this one and I had to get it, and it's Fortunately the Milk by Neil Gaiman. I believe this one's a middle grade book. It's quite short. I'm probably going to read this one in Readerama, which I'm going to have a video going. I've already got a video to put up for that probably before this one because Readerama starts tomorrow. So probably going to have that one read soon. Then I also picked up History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. And it's funny, I pretty much only picked this up because I was lucky enough to win a ticket to the Wonder Woman screening with Leigh Bardugo, and there was like a ton of YA authors there, and after the movie was done, I was like standing in the lobby texting my friends to see where they were because I didn't really want to walk around New York at night by myself. Anyways, Adam Silvera and Nicola Yoon and someone else, I really bad at recognizing authors, I'm just gonna admit that now, but they came out and they were kind of like roughhousing and they almost ran into me. So I figured out who he was and I kept seeing him at Bookcon after that the next day, so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna pick up one of his books because I've read Nicola Yoon's books and loved them, and I haven't read any of his, so I decided to pick it up. And then the last book that I got at the Strand, because my friend Osti has been telling me to read this forever, was The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. She absolutely loves it, and I've been wanting to read it, and I love these covers, so I picked it up. Okay, so that's most of the books that I bought. I also bought a journal, a couple coloring books. I'll show them to you at the end of the video because I have a whole pile of books on top of them, and I'm not digging them out. So now I'm just going to show you some of the books that I picked up for free. Okay, and so because I missed them before, I found a couple more books that I bought at Bookcon. First one is Abruption by Riley Mackenzie, and the other one is Beautifully Awake by Riley Mackenzie. I believe this one was a companion to this one, which this one has a sequel, but this one is a companion. They are medical mysteries, or medical romances, kind of like Grey's Anatomy, so I was told. So I bought them because they sounded really good. And then I think the last one that I bought is Ditching the Dream by Isabel Peterson. This one's a romance. It sounded really good, so I picked it up. I don't know if you guys have been to Bookcon, but everyone is like giving away books, and then there's authors there selling books, and it's really easy to get caught up and get a ton of books. Like, honestly, I did not think I was going to come home with so many books, and I got a lot of books. Alright, so I'm going to go into some of the books that I got for free now. I didn't pick these all up myself. My friends, like I said before, my friends gathered some for me and gave them to me. So one of the books I picked up was The Adventures of Captain Underpants by Dev Pelkey. It was free, and I think my friends grabbed this one for me. I have kids that'll probably enjoy this at some point in their lives, so I'm going to be holding on to it. I also got PH, a novel by Nancy Lord. Not really sure what it's about. 1 Week to the Wedding by Olivia Miles. So it's a romance. Sounds interesting. I also got Breaking Bad 101, a complete critical companion to the TV show, which is by Alan Sippenwall. So I haven't watched Breaking Bad, but I thought that it would be interesting to have anyways. I got one of the new paperbacks of The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. Absolutely love the series. Saw it, grabbed it because I have a crappy copy that's like falling apart, so I thought I would get a new one. The next three are romance books that I just saw, and they said that they were free to grab, so I grabbed them. So those are Beautiful Secret, Beautiful Boss, and Dark Wild Night, all by Christina Lauren. Romance, I enjoy reading romance occasionally, so. I also picked up The Vicars Daughter by Josie Ellis Kilpatrick. This is historical fiction, historical romance. I love historical romances. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine, so I picked it up. Like I said, I don't really know what the majority of these are about. I did read over some of the synopsises when I got home just to see what they were. And for the most part, I am really interested in all of them. So we'll see if I can actually get them all read. So I got Lethal Lies by Rebecca Zanetti. I think that's how you spell it, or say it, I'm not sure. Girl in a Bad Place by Caitlin Ward, which sounds really good. It's about a cult. It's essentially a cult. A girl gets sucked into a cult, I think. I picked up R.I.P. Eliza Heart by Alyssa Scheinmel. Then House of Ash by Hope Cook. George by Alex Gino, or Gino. I'm not sure how to say that. Shadow House Fall by Danielle Daniel Jose Older. I haven't read the first book, didn't even hear about the first book, but the series sounds interesting anyway, so I'm glad I got this one. Vanilla by Billy Merrill. It sounds like a really cute contemporary about two boys. Gunslinger Girl by Lindsay Ellie. It's a Western, YA Western, so how can you go wrong? Feed by M.T. Anderson. And this one I just grabbed because they literally set it down beside me at the end of Sunday. They're just like throwing books everywhere, so I grabbed it. Weed the People by Bruce Barcott. I think it's a nonfiction about marijuana legalization in the States. I'm in Canada, so it doesn't really affect me a whole lot, but I guess they are legalizing it in Canada in the next year, so I guess I'll give it a read, maybe. Or I'll pass it on because I think I have some family members that might be a little interested in it. No Good Deed by Goldie Moldavsky. I'm not sure if I said that right, but I gave it a shot. It sounds really interesting. I Survived the American Revolution 1776 by Lauren Tarshis. I would actually grab quite a few middle grade books just because my daughter is doing really well reading, and in like a year or two she will be reading these, if not sooner. The Forbidden by Jodi Ellen Malpass. Not really sure what it's about. Forbidden romance, I guess. The Bad Guys by Erin Blabby. This is, I think it's kind of little graphic novel-ish. Middle grade. My kids will probably like it eventually. All About Mia by Lisa Williamson. This one sounds really cute and interesting. It's about a girl who's always getting in trouble, and her sister does something that she thinks will finally take the attention away from her, but it doesn't. The next three are just, I think they're pretty much just Harlequin romance paperbacks that I picked up. The first one is Someone Like You by Jennifer Grayson, which sounds really interesting. Then I got A SmallTown Bride by Hope Ramsey. This one was from the end of the day. They just threw it in my hands as they were walking by with a stack of them. And Tempting the Earl by Rachel Miles. I was over in like the romance, there's like a little romancy section, and she's like, do you like historical romance? And I was like, yes please, because I really do like it. And then my friend got this for me. It's French Twist. It's an audiobook. I'm not really sure what it's about. I think it's obviously a mystery, so maybe I'll give it a listen to. I'm not sure. I don't even have a CD player. So the next one that I picked up was just a little sampler of a book that I'm really anticipating because I absolutely love Leigh Bardugo, and that's The Language of the Thorns. So it's just fairy tales from the Grisha universe, and I am really looking forward to reading this and can't wait for the final book to be out, like the whole book to be out, because it sounds awesome. Next, I picked up a couple of journals. They were selling these ones. These are the journals where it has like the lines are made up of the book. So this one's Jane Eyre. I picked that up because they were selling them for like $7, and I thought that was a really good price, so I grabbed it. And then this cute little journal was in a stack for free. It's just the Bike Parish journal. It's got a pen right here, like the lamp post is a pen that pops out, so that's kind of cute. And then it's just a cute little journal. It's got little pictures. The person like rides their bike along as you flip through. It's got a ribbon. It's cute. I like journals, so yes please, free journals. The next thing I got is this Gullivers Travels coloring book. So my friends grabbed this for me at somewheres, but it's an adult coloring book with Gullivers Travels. And then I bought 3 coloring books at the end of the day because they were selling them 3 for $5 or like $2 each. first one's already gone because it was My Little Pony, and my daughter literally like took it and took off with it. Next up, not a coloring book, but it's a dot-to-dot Tolkien. All these dot-to-dots. I've already done a couple. And they're really relaxing and fun. A fun way to reduce some stress, which I have a lot of because I have 3 kids. And then the last thing that I got is this Quirkles coloring book, which I got in that 3 for $5 deal. And it's just, you pick a color. There's 5 numbers. You pick a color for each number. You color the circles or the areas for each one. And you come out with a picture that looks like this. So it's all animals. I love animals. And I colored one of those today, but I don't know where it is anymore. Yeah, so that's pretty much, those are the books that I got from Bookcon, plus my May book haul, and some books that I bought while I was in New York. I got a lot of totes. I got a lot of buttons. I got a lot of swag, a lot of bookmarks and stuff. It was absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to go to Bookcon because it's not something that I've actually been able to do before. So hopefully I'll be able to get some of those books read sooner rather than later. I've already started one of the ones that I bought. So I'm going to be participating in Readerama, like I said. So I'm going to try and fit some of those into some of the categories for that. I'm not going to pick up this stack because it's gigantic and there's no way that I can actually pick the thing up. I ended up getting like 28 free books and bought like 12. So there's like 42 books plus coloring books. I'm not picking that up. So let me know down below if you guys were at Bookcon. And if you've read any of those books or heard of them, what one's the one you're looking forward to the most. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!